Hey, welcome. It's Cassie. Guess what we're making today? St. Patty's mug toppers. Look at these little guys. Aren't they so stinking cute? I am like obsessed with this leprechaun. So let me show you how to make them. Let's go get crafty. Okay, so today I'm going to start out with this mug that I made with my Cricut. It says I pinch back. Perfect for St. Patty's Day. And this is just a Dollar Tree mug that I decorated. So the first thing we're gonna do is trace the mug onto a piece of poster board. If you don't have poster board, you could also use craft foam, or if you have a heavy cardstock, that would work too. And then I'm just going to cut right around the edge. Okay, and it fits. I have a styrofoam ball that fits inside of here. It doesn't have to fit tightly, just, you know, so that it goes inside of there and it's not too much smaller. What we're going to do is glue this styrofoam ball onto the poster board, and then that's going to keep the topper from falling off of your mug. So I'm just putting a good amount of glue onto the styrofoam. You could also just put it onto the poster board, either way. And then just press it down, and then see it just, you can't knock it off of there. Now you're going to take your second half of your styrofoam ball and put it on top. So you're going to have one on top and one on bottom of this poster board. So just glue that on the same way. And this second one is going to give us some height so we don't have to put so much spackle on the mug topper. So it'll fit just right in there like that. The first one we're going to do is like a leprechaun or gnome. And so I'm going to use this DAP Fast and Final spackling. And I'm going to put some into this container here so I can mix some paint into it. And I'm actually going to make two colors for this. We're going to do a green one and a kind of like red hair colored one. So like an orangey brown color, but I'm still going to make it more on the orangey side, kind of more cartoonish, because that's just what I like the bright kind of things. But you know, you could definitely make it more realistic colored if you want to. Okay, I think that should be enough. I don't want to mix up too much because I don't know that I will use these colors frequently. So this is Apple Barrel New Shamrock. And I'm going to put a good amount in here because I want this to be a nice bright green. These styrofoam bowls are not the easiest things to mix in. I normally use a storage bowl, but I need to get some more, so this just has to do it for today. I just remembered that I have some orange already mixed up, so I'm going to take a little bit out of this one right here, and I'm going to squeeze the orange that I have into here. Okay, and then I'm going to add some more orange. This is actually a different color orange than the one I have in here, but it'll work. This is Harvest Orange. It's a little bit like darker orange. I don't like to waste colors that I'm not going to end up using in the future. So, and then I'm just going to add a tiny speck of this burnt umber just to add a little bit more of that like hair color. And then we'll see how that comes out. Okay, I think that'll be good. So these are my two colors. So for this, I'm going to use two different piping tips. I'm going to use this, it's a small, these are like mini tips, and it's a closed star with quite a few little openings. So I'm going to use this for the beard because I want to get that really kind of wavy look so that it kind of looks like hair. And then I'm going to use this Wilton 1A for the hat. So I'm going to put one of my tips into the bag and push it down, and then I need to mark where I want to cut it. So I want to make sure all of the little openings will be able to have the frosting come out. So I'm just marking that with my scissors, and then I'm going to push the piping tip up and then just cut that little piece off. And then as you can see, the piping tip comes through, but it won't come out, and all of the openings are free to have spackle come out. So I'm going to use this glass and have it hold my piping bag while I fill it. Now, if I were adding less paint, I would want to add some water to these. But when I got them all mixed up, it's a good consistency that's sort of like whipped cream or frosting. So that's what I want. That's what I want it to look like so that it'll come out properly. Okay, so this one's all set. I'm just going to set that aside, and then we'll do the green one. So I'm going to do the same thing, put my tip in, and then cut so that it can come out. Now put it in the glass, and we're going to fill the green one. So now we're ready to decorate. So we're going to start with the beard. And you want to hold your piping bag at a 90-degree angle, and that'll help you get that nice like wavy look. And I'm going slow because I want it to look kind of ruffly rather than just like a line. Okay, so we went all the way around the first time, so we're going to go around another time. And then this time I'm only going to go, the second time I'm only going to go around half because I'll use the green to fill in the back side. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to make some more depth in this beard. So just kind of moving my piping tip around, and then like here you can see my cardboard, so I'm gonna go back in and put some more over that and make sure that it's covered well. I felt like I made way too much for this, but it wasn't at all. Okay, so there we have the beard part. And then I'm going to go in with the green now. And I'm going to start back here where I ended and just go right around there. My bag's getting, that needs the frosting to be pushed in. And then I'm just going to make a pointy thing on the top. Okay, so I thought I would use a wooden bead as the nose, but when I put it in there, the holes showed on the sides still because of the styrofoam. It couldn't push in as far as I thought. So I'm going to make a nose out of a stocking, pantyhose, and a pom-pom. So I'm just taking the piece of pantyhose and I'm wrapping it around the pom-pom. And then I'm going to take a tiny little rubber band, like a hair rubber band, and I'm going to close it up. Okay, and then just make sure it's not too white. You want it to look like a skin color, not white. And then I'm just going to cut off the excess. And I'm going to stick it right in there. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so that's how it looks. And then I have this, I got this at Dollar Tree, and I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. Just a little decoration, I guess. So I'm going to use the hat as a hat for him, hopefully, if I can get all these things out of it. Oh, it's kind of making a mess. So when I pulled all the little things out, it left some holes and some white marks there. So I have a similar glitter. I'm just gonna put some glue in these holes and then sprinkle some glitter. Hopefully it'll be a close enough match. Oh yeah, I think it's pretty good. It won't really be noticeable. It's a little bit different color, but they're such small little spots, it's not going to be noticeable. Okay, and then I'm just going to place this right on his head. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Look at him. I probably could have put less green, like he would have looked cute if his hat was even down a little bit further, but it is what it is. So there's our little leprechaun. Isn't he so cute? The next one I'm going to make for my little marshmallow mug. So I'm going to trace that onto my poster board. You can do these for any mug you want, obviously. They look really cute for Rae Dunn mug toppers. I just don't have any Rae Dunn mugs. Okay, and for this one, I have a smaller styrofoam ball that I cut in half. And I always get my styrofoam balls at Dollar Tree because it's such a better deal than buying them at the craft stores or anything. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to glue the styrofoam onto both sides of the poster board. And then this one, we're going to make a rainbow. And I already have my rainbow mixture mixed up, but I'm going to insert the clip from how I mixed this up from the video before this. If you already saw that video, then I've put a chapter so you can just skip right over and get to the good part. And if you haven't seen it, then you can watch and see how I put all this together to make the rainbow mixture. Okay, so I have some mixing bowls here, and we're going to need 6 different colors of spackle to make a rainbow color. So I am going to put a little spackle in each bowl. So I have 2 different kinds here. This one is the DAP Fast and Final. This is my favorite one that I've used so far. So I have that one, and then I have this one that came from Dollar Tree. So I'm gonna probably end up using both of those. I have 1.5 containers of my favorite one, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Okay, so now we got to mix our colors. So instead of red, I'm using pink. I just think it'll look cute. Plus, it's really hard to get like a nice bright red color in the spackle. So I'm just going to use pink, but you know, if you want to use red, go right ahead. Pink and then orange. The pink that I used was Pink Parfait from Apple Barrel, and then this one The orange is jack-o'-lantern. The yellow that I have is apple barrel yellow. And I'm just putting some, and then I'll have to see if I need to add more color, if I like how bright it is or whatever. And then green. I love this green color. This is like the perfect St. Patty's green. It's called New Shamrock from Apple Barrel. And then blue. This is the one I'm using, Royal Blue from Anita's. And last but not least, Velvet Crush from Apple Barrel for the purple. Okay, so I'm going to give these a mix and see how the colors look. So the next thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of water to these because I want this to be like the consistency of buttercream frosting. And this doesn't need too much, but it's not quite how I would want it to be. So I just have a little cup of water here, and I have a 1/4 teaspoon measuring spoon. So I'm just going to take a little bit of water. This allows me to just add a tiny bit of water at a time so I don't get it too liquidy. Okay, so I've got all my mixtures, and if you are using the Dollar Tree spackling, that stuff is a lot drier than some of the other ones, so you may have to add extra water to that one. Just wanted to give you that little tip because that one is really dry. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is put these, I'm putting these into sandwich bags. You could do piping bags if you have small piping bags, but I only have large ones, and I don't want to waste all of those piping bags for these little amounts. So I'm just gonna put all of these into sandwich bags, and I'm using a cup to hold my bag up so that I can get it in there easier. Okay, so now all of my bags are filled, and I have a piece of saran wrap here, plastic wrap. And so I'm gonna take each one of these bags and I'm gonna cut the end off of it. But I wanna be able to try to cut about the same amount on each bag so that I get an even amount. So just kind of make note of how big of a hole you're cutting so that you can do the same on the other bags. Okay, so now what we want to do is we're going to pipe this in lines onto the saran wrap. Okay, so now we have all of these lines out here. So what we're gonna do is fold it over, but don't roll it like this with the plastic wrap in between any of it. You just want it all, so just like fold it in half basically, and then roll it up. Okay, and then you can close off one end. That's going to be the end that goes at the top of your piping bag. And then this one, kind of smush it together. And we're gonna end up cutting that one off, but I want to get the piping bag prepared first. For this, I'm going to use this 1M piping tip, and it's an open star. So I'm going to put this inside of my piping bag first and see where I need to cut the piping bag, so that we want the whole part of the holes, the open part, to be able to come through, but we don't want the whole tip to go through. So just going to make a mark there with my scissors, and then I'll cut there. And then I can push the piping bag through, and see, it doesn't come out all the way, but it comes out past where those holes are. We're just going to cut off the end of one end, not both ends. Okay, and now we're going to slide our rainbow mixture in here. We're going to get our little prepared black pot here, and we're going to start pushing this down. I just want to make sure all of the colors are coming out before I start on my project. And I like the pink and purple facing toward the front, so I'm going to hold mine like that. And I'm going to start toward the back and just hold this at a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to go around. Oh my gosh, don't do this on your mug. Don't do this while it's on your mug. Oh my gosh, I am a mess. What the heck? Okay. Okay, there's our rainbow. Oh my gosh, it is so pretty. So, so pretty. I love it. There it is on the mug, sticking up a little bit. And then I think I'm going to add a little 4-leaf clover to the top. And I'm also going to sprinkle some glitter on, because I have to have glitter. I mean, rainbows and glitters go together. So there's the two cute little mug toppers that you can make. Now, if you wanted to make this for a big mug, you could. You know, just use the bigger styrofoam balls, and it'll work just perfectly. Thank you so much for crafting with me today. I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in the next one.